Lucien was a 17-year-old boy born into a powerful and wealthy vampire family. This night marked two things: his 17th birthday, and the first time he was expected to taste human blood. Until now, he had survived only on animal blood. It wasn't enough, not by his family's standards, but it was enough for him. Still, he had made a promise to his father. When he turned 17, he would finally drink from a human.
The celebration was prepared with unsettling elegance. Candles lined the ground hall, the scent of roses, and something darker beneath it. When everything was ready, his father stepped forward with a gift. A girl, Anna, a maid. She stood in the center of the room, pale but composed, her hands trembling just enough to betray her fear. She hadn't been paid for her service. Instead, she had been given a promise. Her remaining family would be spared. To her, it was more than fair. Lucien didn't know the details. He didn't need to. He already knew what his family was capable of. Humans were nothing new to them, just part of their world, like livestock dressed in polite silence. "Go on," his father said calmly. Lucien stepped forward. The room felt too quiet, too expectant. Anna slowly extended her hand. There was a small cut on her finger, thin, deliberate. A single drop of blood formed, bright and red against her skin. Lucien stared at it. He could smell it. It was stronger than anything he had ever known. Warm, alive, calling to something deep inside him. His throat tightened. His fangs ached. Then, when he tasted this single drop of blood formed, he cried, not from hunger, but from shame.
Everyone in the Voss household laughed softly, indulgently, as if the boy had merely knocked over a vase. They watched him lower his mouth to her hand with the reverence of tradition. Candles trembled in their sconces. The stained glass saints along the corridor windows stared down with jeweled eyes, their halos catching the moon. He was beautiful in the way his family had always been beautiful. Pale as carved marble, lashes like ink, lips too red to be honest. And he was young, new enough to immortality that the world still smelled vivid to him. Beeswax, rain soaked into old stone, the iron-bright tang rising from that single, accidental wound. He drank smallest sip, then he pulled back, eyes shining, and whispered, "I'm sorry." The maid stared, startled, not by the bite which had barely broken her skin, but by the apology. Her name was Anna. He knew it because he listened. He knew the names of everyone who dusted the chandeliers and carried coal and scrubbed the cold hearths until their knuckles bled. He knew their coughs in winter, the way they laughed when they thought they weren't being watched. His father, Lord Cassian Voss, heir to a line that had outlasted nations, rested a hand on his shoulder like a weight. The rings on his fingers were older than most churches. "You will learn," Cassian murmured, as if comforting a child who feared thunder. "Remorse is a human illness. We are beyond it." "Beyond," echoed Aunt Mirella from the doorway, her voice a silk ribbon over a blade. "We are chosen." Anna's hand trembled. She tried to tuck her cut away, to disappear into her work. Lucien reached for her wrist, gentle as a prayer. "Does it hurt?" he asked. No one spoke. The candles hissed. Somewhere deeper in the house, a clock began to chime, each bell note falling into the silence like a stone into a well. Anna swallowed. "No, my lord." Her lie was not about pain. It was about what pain meant here. Lucien looked at the little wound, already sealing. He could feel the pulse beneath her skin, stubborn and warm, life insisting on itself. His throat tightened. It wasn't the hunger. Hunger was an emptiness with teeth. This was something else, a kind of sorrow that didn't know where to go.